registered, and when the black guy came, the guy said to him, "You can't register anymore." So Ricky ran over and says, "What do you mean?" He says, "He's black. We don't take black." Being a Jew, I know what discrimination is. So Ricky says to the guy, "He don't have to register. Let him go up to my hotel and sleep with me." So the guy relented. Ricky went around to all the ball players to see they were in the hotel. When he came up, now listen to me very carefully, he saw this black ball player ripping the skin off his face, off his arms, his face. Ricky said to him, "What are you doing?" He says, "Mr. Ricky, if I didn't have the skin, I wouldn't cause you this much trouble." Branch Rickey said, at that time, if I ever get the opportunity, blacks will play in a major league, and he lived up to his promise. Look it up, it's history, and I didn't say one word that was wrong. So, getting back, I may be rambling. It's time to do away with discrimination. Could you imagine a little old lady in a bus refusing to get up to give a seat to blacks? They used to put old ladies in the back, and they used to come up the seat in the bus. That took courage. America has come forward since then. Senator Obama talks about a new beginning. America has made a new beginning. You will see your first African-American president, and I wish I could have a copy of this to show my great-grandchildren.
And you will have a copy of this to show your great-grandchildren and your grandchildren.
And you'll ask me any question, because this mind is very, very full of ideas. I understand depression. I'll tell you another thing that I've done in my life. Check it with Long Island Jewish Hospital, Hillside Division. I have had 2 depressions in my life, and because of the 2 depressions that I had, I know what depression is. I was one of the most notable speakers in speaking to the patients at the Hillside Geriatric Clinic. Every time they called me in, it was 20, 30 patients. There were ministers there, there were salespeople there, and I explained to them what depression is, how they can get out of it, and that is one of the most notable things that I've done in my life when you ask me something. So that's something I've also been on the radio under pressure from one of the colleges here, NASA Community College.
So you came along with, how long ago you were depressed, and why were you depressed?
Well, I gave you a little idea of my background, and depression starts way back there. And that's why you've got to give an infant a good start in life. All the security, and all the warmth, and all the love, and all the affection builds up within the individual. And as I think it was Erickson that said, one of the psychoanalysts, give me a child till 5 years old, and I'll give him back to you. You must build up that security, and you will find African Americans raised by grandmothers, raised by mothers, single family. They were deprived of all of this. So that kicks in later years when you don't have the resilience to battle all the bad breaks that come your way. Now, depression is something, I hope people listen to me, it can be cured. you must take your medication and see your psychoanalyst or see your psychologist, and just like Mike Wallace or William Styron, they went around telling people how they got cured from depression. Some of the leading notables in this world have had depression, from Abraham Lincoln up. So that is a thing that I've been proud of. When I have people call me up and tell me how I lifted their spirits, whether they were a minister, a lawyer, or an accountant, it was a wonderful feeling.
I just find that you come with us and share with us today your history and your knowledge. I just think that you have captured the innocence of what your generation was deprived from when the Ku Klux Klan and the other different racial appetites had created the separate bathrooms, the separate water fountains, and even going as far as not allowing kids to go to school, and even food. Like I found that.
And how about murder when they killed those 3 workers down the south?
Exactly.
And getting away with it.
Exactly. And even going as far, I had opportunity a few years to go to Backwood, North Carolina. I think North Carolina. I can't remember. I went to a film festival, and I went on the plantation for the first time, and it showed me how beautiful artwork was done when the slaves built the master's house, and such detail of architect. But yet the folks couldn't read, couldn't write, couldn't spell. But they still had the ability to build such massive artwork and massive creation. And I found that when America didn't embrace that, they lost a lot. Just like you look at jazz. Jazz is the only original music America ever created. Now R&B, and now gospel, and now rap. But classical music that they enjoy so much is a European form. But not really. It's still African form, because they used to create using different animal skin and create different long-winded sounds. So it's just someone took the time out to form it into a metal stick in a metal format.